arm's getting worse.
Yeah, it looks that way. Cheer up, Don. It's gonna be over soon. What time is it?
It's 11:30.
Half hour more. Then you can stop that pacing and go.
I'm your brother, and I'm here to help you.
Afraid it's too late for that. At the trial, that's when I needed you.
Ralph, I was halfway around the world at the time. You know that. I was on duty. I didn't even know about it until last week.
You know, maybe you didn't want to know. I mean, I suppose, it could hurt your naval career if they found out your brother was a murderer. That's a cheer. Old Sparky, cranking up.
Ralph, if it means anything, you said you were innocent. I believe you.
What good does that do? The jury didn't believe me.
Oh, sure, I was jealous of Francis sometimes. Man loves his wife, it's only natural. Maybe I did black out like they say I did. But even if I don't remember anything that happened, anything, I never hurt Francis. I'm no killer. But if I knew who did it, oh, if I knew who did it.
Easy.
Don, I want you to promise me something.
Sure, anything at all.
I want you to find out who killed Francis.
I'm no detective.
I know, but I need you to try. Nobody else will now.
Sure, I'll try.
Why don't you take this letter?
Who's it for?
You'll understand when you read it. No, not now. Later. After I'm gone.
Mr. Drake. Drake, you'll have to leave now. There are certain preparations. I'll take the jacket, Ralph.
Huh?
Your jacket. Sit down, Ralph.
Time, Ralph. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the path of righteousness, for his name's sake. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest the table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Amen.
First time at an execution? You don't want to watch it. Keep your eye on the guy at the switch. When the lights go down, it's all over.
Unto Almighty God, we commend the soul of our brother departed, and we commit his body to the ground, earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust, in sure and certain hope of the resurrection unto eternal life, through our Lord Jesus Christ, at whose coming in glorious majesty to judge the world, the earth and the sea shall give up their dead, the corruptible bodies of those who sleep in him shall be changed, and made like unto his own glorious body, according to the mighty working, whereby he is able to subdue all things unto himself, in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Ghost. Amen.
Mr. Moss?
Yeah, what can I do for you?
I'm Don Drake. Ralph Drake's brother.
Oh, Ralph's brother.
I got special leave from the Navy to see Ralph in prison just before.
Yeah, it must have been pretty rough on you. I read in the paper that they buried him in Maywood Cemetery. I meant to go to the funeral, but with this contest, my hands are pretty full.
I understand.
All right, get her out of here. Liked Ralph. Matter of fact, I testified for him at the trial. Didn't do much good.
Ralph told me he and Frances were dancing at one of your marathons the night she was killed.
Yeah, it was a 20-day marathon. I think this happened about the 18th day. They'd left the dance floor to go down to a private dressing room for a break. And the trainer came in to give him a rub down and found Ralph asleep and Frances lying on the floor.
He swore to me he didn't kill her. That's, what do you call it, circumstantial evidence.
Well, the prosecution came up with a couple of witnesses who said they heard them quarreling on the dance floor and in the dressing room. And then some doctor testified that Ralph could have blacked out and didn't know what he was doing.
You believe that, Mr. Moss?
Well, dance marathons can be pretty rough. People crack up. Look at them. Could happen any time. Sometimes the push gets to them. People go haywire.
You believe that happened to Ralph?
Well, the judge and jury did. They sent him to the chair.
There was only something I could have done. Maybe I could have helped. By the time I got here, it was too late.
How come you went to the trial?
I was on fleet duty in the middle of the Indian Ocean. I didn't even know about it until we got back to the States.
I don't remember Ralph ever mentioning any relatives. Was there some kind of falling out?
Oh, no. After our folks died, we sort of lost touch. I enlisted in the Navy, and Ralph went on his own. It's kind of hard for me to imagine Ralph ending up doing something like this for a living. I'm sorry, Ed.
That's all right. Times are pretty tough. And Ralph had a wife to support. At least my people have a roof over their heads and 3 square meals a day and lots of exercise. And a chance to grab some of that prize money.
That reminds me, Ralph asked me to give you a letter. Said something about some money.
Oh, yeah, let's go to my office. $1,500.
$1,500? That much?
Well, most of my dancers like me to hang on to their prize money. If they don't spend it foolishly, it mounts up.
Ralph was saving up to buy a ranch.
Uh-huh. What are you going to do with it?
Yeah, his last wish was for me to use it to clear his name of that murder charge.
You want my best advice?
Sure.
Buy the ranch.
What's your second best advice?
Well, if you insist, hire a good private investigator.
Later, after I really got some lead to go on.
Well, the police couldn't come up with any except your brother, Ralph.
What about that trainer you mentioned, the one that discovered Frances's body? I'd like to talk to him.
Well, Frankie Specht, he disappeared just before the trial. Left me in quite a spot until I could find a replacement.
Any idea why he left?
Well, the marathon circuit attracts all kinds of screwballs. Frankie Specht drank too much.
Maybe he knew too much. I ought to talk to him.
Well, I'll ask around the circuit. Might take some time, though.
Appreciate it.
Oh, by the way, if I learn something, where do I get in touch with you?
Hotel Rand, it's in the loop.
Right, I know it.
Night, Charlie. Good evening, Mr. Drake.
Evening. You got any messages for me?
I don't know. I'll look and see. Nothing in the box. Will you be checking out in the morning, sir?
No, I'm staying a few days longer.
Until when, sir?
I don't know. I have some unfinished business.
Very good.
Tell me, is it too late to get something to eat here?
The grill is still open.
Thanks.
And, sir, you will let us know when you're checking out.
Excuse me. May I join you? Please, it's important.
Sit down.
This is not a pickup.
Buy you a drink?
No, thank you.
Now, what's so important that I can do for you?
I want you to do something for yourself.
Like what?
Leave Chicago now. Please, Mr. Drake.
You know my name.
Just go away. Now, please. You must leave this town for your own sake.
What are you talking about?
You could be in terrible trouble if he ever gets to you. He knows you're here.
Who is he?
No, don't go!
Sorry, we're closed. I said, sorry, we're closed.
I've got to get in there.
Do you know what time it is? We're closed.
I'm sorry, but I'm coming in.
All right, mister, what's this all about?
The man that just came in here, where is he?
What man? There's no man here.
I saw him. I just saw him. Where is he?
I don't know. There's no man here. We're closed.
You got a rear exit?
Of course we have. It's a city regulation. So what?
Maybe he went out the back door.
And then you get out the front door. Here, stop.
What is the trouble here?
I don't know, Mr. Perdido. This man barged in. He said somebody came in this shop.
You must be mistaken, sir. There's no one else here.
What's in the back?
I'm sorry. That is private.
I only want to take a fast look.
No. I warn you.
Mr. Drake, can you hear me? Does that hurt?
No.
You don't seem to have a concussion. I think it's only a bad bruise.
How'd I get here anyway? I don't seem to remember.
I followed you to the antique shop. When I went in, you were unconscious. I called a cab and he helped me to carry you out.
Didn't they try and stop you?
I persuaded them to let you go.
What time is it?
Just past noon.
Noon?
Oh, no, you must rest. That's better.
Yes?
I am looking for someone named Drake.
That would be, Donald Drake in room 519.
Is he in?
Not now. I haven't seen him since last night.
Thank you.
Want to leave a message?
No.
Who shall I say is asking?
No one. Nobody.
Leaving?
An unexpected call. I have to leave town for a few days.
Not until you give me some answers.
As you wish. Let me go!
Is that how you really got me out of that store last night?
Yes.
You know, I don't get you. First you rescue me with this gun, then you turn it on me.
I only meant to threaten you so I could get away. You're in trouble, and I can't risk being involved any deeper.
The trouble am I in? That fight in the store?
The man you fought with, he's dead.
An accident. Fell and hit his head.
The only accident is that you went and killed yourself. That's why he lured you there.
Ralph led me there. I saw my brother go in that store.
Not Ralph. He lured you there.
What the hell are you talking about?
Varick.
Who?
Varick.
Varick. I don't know anybody by the name of Varick. Why should he want me there?
It's part of his plan. You've interfered with it. Look, I tried to warn you last night and you wouldn't listen. When I saw you go into that antique shop, I knew it was a trap. I risked everything to rescue you.
Why should you worry what happens to me?
Oh, I couldn't just stand by and see Varick do to you what he did to all the others. And me.
You and what others?
Don't ask me about anyone else.
Wait a minute. Did this Varick have something to do with what happened to my brother?
I can't tell you anymore.
Well, if you can't, he will.
Who?
Your friend Varick.
No, you mustn't look for him.
Oh, yes, I've got to. You're going to take me to him. Now. Funeral parlor?
Yes, in there. Remember, you insisted on this meeting.
Go! Hey, stop!
Good evening. Can I be of service?
Mr. Varick?
The name is Frazier.
I meant, is Mr. Varick here?
Oh, I beg your pardon. I misunderstood. You're looking for a loved one. I'm sorry, sir. There's no one here listed under that name. We have a Mr. Freeman, a Mrs. Stone, a Mr. Perdido, a Mr. Jones.
Perdido?
In the chapel. Right through here.
Mr. Drake, I've been waiting for you.
Perdido?
Perdido is dead. His body is merely an instrument through which I speak. The dead are my children.
Children? Who are you?
Who am I? I am Varick.
Listen, what he says is that he was there. He's tall, dark, mustache. Are you certain of that? Is this the Wilford Funeral Home? Are you sure you don't have a deceased there named Perdido? Or anything that sounds like that? No? Okay, forget it. Good night. Well, I checked the funeral home. They got no Perdido, and no one remembers seeing you.
Look, I know it's crazy, but it's true. I swear it. His body was there. Look, I killed a man last night. It was an accident, but it did happen.
Are you sure, Drake? There is no homicide report on any Perdido death.
Well, there must be. I just saw his body there a few hours ago. At the funeral home.
Which claims they didn't see you or him.
Well, they're lying. You come with me, just for 1 minute, just to one place, and I'll show you.
Okay, one place. Let's go.
It's true, he was here.
You see, she admits it.
He insisted on coming in after closing hours. I had the impression that he was under the influence.
I didn't have a drink the whole evening.
But there was no disturbance when we suggested he'd leave.
We?
Mr. Perdido and myself.
Perdido, he's
this
the one.
Perdido, he worked here with you?
He works here with me. He owns a shop. Mr. Perdido?
Yes?
Perdido or Varick?
Varick?
My name is Perdido.
All right, you satisfied now, Drake?
doing?
The man is obviously mad, officer.
Come on back here! Frank! Stop!
Well, ladies and gentlemen, just a few more hours. Just 12 hours remain before our weary and brave young couples can say fini. 12 heart-rending hours before we get a winner. And who will the lucky couple be? Who will be the big winners of the big prize? Only courage and perseverance can tell. So if you leave, I hope it's to get your friends and bring them back here. Thank you. What are you doing here this late?
I saw my brother.
You what?
I saw Ralph walking down the street.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure of anything. The whole thing doesn't make any sense. I thought I killed the man, then I saw him alive, not dead. The police think I'm crazy. You're going to think I'm crazy. Maybe I am.
Now, wait a minute. Just calm yourself and tell me exactly what happened.
Well, I don't know if I can explain it. The police just won't believe a thing. We've got to talk. Where can we go?
Let's go to my apartment.
You don't believe me, do you?
I haven't said that.
You haven't said anything.
All right. Let's look at the facts.
Such as?
Your brother is dead. You saw him electrocuted. You saw him buried.
And I saw him alive again.
You saw somebody's face in the fog.
I know my own brother. That was Ralph.
Or someone who looked like Ralph.
Oh, no? What about Perdido? I fired 6 shots into him.
You ever hear of blanks?
Blanks.
Well, you said you were using Vera Laval's gun.
That's right.
Vera Laval. What a name. Sounds like a stripper.
Well, you think it's funny?
No, I think it's a setup. Someone's trying to scare you off.
It won't work. I made a promise to Ralph, and I'm going to keep it.
Right now, you're going to get some rest before you fall flat on your face.
I've got to find out who's behind this. Why?
Suppose you leave this to me. I'll ask around, make a few phone calls, see if I can get a line on this guy at Barrick. And Vera Laval.
And don't forget, Frankie Speck.
Him, too, I haven't forgotten. Now, why don't you take off your coat and your shoes and lie down?
Shouldn't I go with you?
No. If the police are on your neck, you'd be much safer here. And if this guy at Barrick really is involved, he'll be looking for you, too. But he doesn't know me. Now, let me handle it. If I have any luck, I'll come up with some leads. Now, get some rest. I'll be back in a few hours.
It's Vera.
Vera? But, what are you doing here?
Varric sent me to kill you.
Then you are following Varric's orders.
I don't want to harm you, but the only way I could reach you safely was by pretending to obey. Oh, Don, I'm frightened.
It's all right.
I only came because I wanted to warn you.
Why not?
It's impossible. I can never belong to you. Only Varric.
Varric? Why Varric?
See for yourself. Now do you understand? I belong to Varric. Because I am dead.
What you're talking about is impossible.
Is it? You saw your brother, yet you know he's dead.
Yeah, I saw him executed. And buried.
I, too, was executed. In my country, they use the guillotine.
What you claim is that some kind of surgery brought you back to life?
Not surgery, sorcery. It's called voodoo. The sign of the serpent.
It's a magical sign?
The great snake. In Haiti, long ago, the slaves called him Dambala Awede, the lord of the zombies.
Zombies?
The living dead. They do exist. In Haiti, they raise them from their graves to toil in the fields.
What you're talking about is a primitive superstition.
I'm talking about a primitive reality. Varric learned the secrets of the voodoo priests. He can command the dead.
You mean there are others like yourself, zombies?
Many, many more. Through the years, Varric wandered the world, gathering those he carefully chooses from their graves. Some of them, like Perdido and myself, are already leading new existences. The rest lie in a death-like sleep until he raises them.
When was the last time you saw him?
I have no memory of ever having seen him.
None.
To me, he's only a voice. A voice that speaks through the mouths of corpses. A presence that can force us to do his will.
Then how can you disobey him?
I was executed for the murder of my employer. A crime I didn't commit. When Varric restored my life, he told me that he used his power to help people like myself. The innocent victims of injustice. I believed him. I served him in gratitude. Until by accident I learned the truth.
What truth?
My employer was killed by one of Varric's creatures, leaving false evidence to implicate me. When I learned the truth, the shock broke the spell. It was like coming out of a long nightmare. It gave me back a will of my own.
What about my brother?
He was framed too. This is why I wanted to help you. It's too late now to save myself. But I can still warn others. For a time.
Now, let me get this straight.
Varick kills people so he can revive them later as zombies?
The master of zombies himself is powerless to kill. He must use others to do the killing for him. Execution of the innocent for a false crime is his favorite method.
And this whole thing sounds like a nightmare.
Sometimes he uses his zombies as assassins. The way he sent me here to you. Only this time, I have a feeling he knows I disobeyed him. If he does, he will destroy me.
How can he do that?
There is a way. The doll in my image, baptized with my name. The doll with my face, my body. And when it's destroyed, I am destroyed.
Look, I think we better go to the police right now.
They wouldn't believe me. No more than they believed you.
They will if you tell them where Varick keeps his army.
I don't know what it is.
Maybe there is no such place. Maybe there's no Varick either. You admit you've never seen him. Look, I'm tired of being led on.
I've risked everything to warn you. My will to fight is ebbing. His energy can't control. Must control if he's to succeed. Don't you see we can't fight and you can't win?
Then what can I do?
Escape. Go now when you have a chance. I tell you he knows.
Talk to him 1 second. I just want to put my head in the door. Can I speak to him 1 second?
Okay, Shaughnessy. What the hell? Not you again.
Yes, it's me, and you got to listen to me.
What kind of a wild story are you going to give me this time?
Look, if you can't turn to the Chicago police for help...
Okay, what is it? Another funeral home to call looking for the living dead?
Look, I know you think I'm crazy and that it's an impossibility that such a thing could happen.
Impossibility, yes, until I have proof.
Well, I've got it now.
Oh, yeah? Something you can bring here?
No, you've got to come with me. Just one more place.
That's what you said the last time, remember? Hello, Lieutenant Reardon. Oh, yeah, Chief. Robbery? Hey, look, Drake, I got a real problem on my hands. Now, why don't you come back tomorrow? Yeah, Chief, give me the details. Yeah? Yeah? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Well, Miss Adrian, there's really nothing more I need to know about you.
I've got swell references. I mean, this isn't my first marathon.
I'm sure it isn't. But actually, our next contest doesn't start until Saturday, so grab yourself a partner and come back then.
Okay.
Think of all that money you're going to win.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Moss. You're a real sweetie.
Thank you.
I'll see you Saturday, then.
Yes, well, good night. I thought you were going to get some rest.
I've got to talk to you right now.
What's happened?
I still don't believe it.
Don't believe what?
She was only there to help me.
What are you talking about?
She came to warn me.
Look, I don't know what you're saying.
Vera gone right before my eyes.
What did Vera warn you about?
I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk right now. Not here.
All right, all right. My car's outside. Let's take a drive. I want to tell you something. really believe this stuff about zombies and voodoo magic?
I believe what I saw with my eyes. Vera disappeared right in front of me in a burst of flames.
But nothing else caught fire. Don't you find that hard to believe?
Well, I saw it happen.
I did some checking. Nobody has seen Frankie Specht. I drew a blank on Varick and Vera Laval. That apartment you said she lived in.
You went there?
I tried to, but there's no such place. It's a vacant lot.
I could have gotten the address wrong. Vera came to your apartment tonight. I was asleep. I was having a nightmare.
I see. You often have nightmares?
No, she was real. I saw her.
Like your dead brother, Ralph, who you're sure you saw the other night.
I swear it. Just wish I could prove it.
Maybe we can, but it's a hell of a risk.
I don't care about risk. I'll risk anything to find out what really happened to Ralph.
Well, there is a place we can get the answer, but only one place.
Where?
Maywood Cemetery.
This dirt's too loose. Somebody's been at this grave.
We ought to know in a minute. Can you lift the lid? Can you open it?
Not enough room.
Well, get out of your way. Give me a hand.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Look, you see, I was right. Moss? Moss?
Come, take my hand. Quick, come.
What are you doing?
I am putting him where he belongs. Look out! They failed, and so he destroyed them. And that's what would have happened to you, destroyed by Varick.
How do you know about Varick? Who are you?
I'm Frankie Specht.
Specht? You're the trainer from Moss's dance marathon. You're the one who found Francis' body.
Yes, I have been following you, hoping for a chance to talk to you alone. And I followed your automobile here tonight, and when Varick ran away,
Varick?
Yes, that's what I wanted to tell you. His name is not Moss. It is Varick.
Understand now. Varick chooses victims who won't be missed without family or friends. He didn't know Ralph had a brother. Did Ralph kill Francis? Now tell me the truth. Francis died while Ralph was asleep. How do you know? Because I killed her. You? Yes, I didn't know about Marston. He set me up. I had been drinking plenty heavy, and he must have slipped me some kind of drug. And when I came out of it, I panicked and I ran.
You let Ralph be executed for a crime he didn't commit?
Varick sent his creatures after me. That's how I found out who he was. Look, I was raised in the West Indies. I know about voodoo.
You could have gone to the police.
You think the police gonna take my word on something like this? I had to wait until I could get the proof. And now I've got it.
What proof? Where?
A place on Dearborn Street, Albert Storage. We'll be there in an hour.
Aren't you coming with me?
Well, somebody's got to keep watch in case Varick shows up.
Why should I trust you?
I saved your life tonight. If you want proof of the police, this is your only chance. I am telling you the truth, man.
Are you? Let me see your hands.
What?
Show me your hands.
You satisfied? You get moving. I'll stand guard here.
How do I get in?
Like I did. Here. Use this.
Then what?
Look for the cold storage. You'll see for yourself. Just get in and out as quick as you can, and be careful.
Drake, what brings you here?
Can I ask you the same question?
Waiting for you. Quite a good disguise, don't you think? One of the best I've ever used. A cheap dance hall promoter. But that's finished. Now I can complete my plan.
Just what is your plan, Mr. Varick?
You saw all my children peacefully sleeping? Well, they will arise at my order, at my command.
Like Vera?
Vera disobeyed.
What about my brother? Have you got him here?
Ralph?
Ralph?
You see, he's mine now.
Ralph?
He can hear only me, like all the others. Like the army of the dead, my army, who will rise and take the world under my control. Each one has a key role in business, law enforcement, finance, and government. And with them, I can control the city and then the state. And you will be in my army, too.
You can't kill me, Varick.
Vera told you, never trust a woman with a secret. But my children can kill for me. Ralph?
Ralph, it's me, your brother Don. Ralph, look. Looky here. Look. It's your wife, Frances. Don't you recognize her? You didn't kill Frances, Ralph. Moss had her murdered. That man there, Varick.
You killed Frances?
He's lying. Frank expected it.
Drake! Did he give you the news about your brother?
What about my brother?
His name is cleared. Frank Speck gave a full confession before he died.
How did it happen?
Some hit-and-run driver got him. He was walking his beat and found him in the street. Got the whole story. Now we're looking for this Moss.
He's inside with the others.
The others?
I'll show you.
What's going on here?
Is Mr. Moss in there?
I don't know what you're talking about. There ain't been anybody here all night.
Well, I suppose we take a look.
Hey, don't go in there.
That door's locked.
There's no reason to lock it. We only keep beef in here.
You're right, nothing but beef in there.
I saw him. They were here, Moss and my brother.
Your brother?
Yeah, and there's other bodies over there. Zombies.
Zombies?
There's been dozens of them here in these cold storage units. Look. But I saw them. They were here.
Come along, Mr. Beck. What you need is some rest. I'm taking him to his hotel. You've been through a lot these last 2 days.
True. I know. The dead don't die.